So good morning, everyone. Craig Ripley here, and welcome once again to Living Off the Slab. Now let me tell you, one of the great things about having a YouTube channel like this is that if I put out a video and I make a mistake on something, there are going to be enough people that will bring it to my attention that it will cause me to fix that error. So in this particular case, I made a little mistake while putting on my hand guards here that I want to make sure that I correct. The mistake that I made was that, being that this is the first time I have ever put on a set of handguards, I wanted to retain the full length of my grips here. So I did not cut off the end of my grip here, and I left a little gap here. Let me pull this back and I'll show you. I left a little gap in here between the throttle tube, the handlebar, and my handguards here. It was pointed out to me that if I fall hard enough that this is going to jam into my throttle tube and that it will end up causing it to bind up. So we don't want that to happen, so I'm going to go ahead and make that correction. So what I've done here is I've removed the hand guards, I've loosened up my throttle, and then we're going to bore this hole out just a little bit bigger. Now, after I've bored out the throttle tube, I positioned it so that it's, I don't know, probably about 1/8 of an inch off the end of the bar. That way, when the throttle turns, it's not going to bind up. Next, I'm going to cut this grip off flush with the throttle tube. All right, so I didn't do such a great job of cutting the hand grip. Knowing me, I'll probably end up replacing these at some point. But anyway, now I positioned the throttle tube and the hand grip so it's roughly 1/8 of an inch back from the bar so that it turns freely and snaps back. Okay, I've got it all back together now. Everything works right. The hand guards now are up against the end of the bar, so if I fall over, it's not going to jam my throttle. Throttle works just fine now. I didn't do a great job, as I said, on cutting that grip, so eventually I'll go out and get a new set of grips. But again, first time I've done this, you live and learn, right? That's what life is about. It's about making mistakes, learning from them, and moving forward. Before I go, I want to let you know that I did end up going out and getting some new grips here. These are grips from Pro Taper that, again, I sourced from Rocky Mountain ATV. I just couldn't let that sloppy job that I did stand, so I had to correct it. So I did get these new grips, and also I got the right tool for the job. Again, from Tusk, Rocky Mountain ATV, I got this grip cutter. Right, and that made a big difference in enabling me to do a nice, clean job of installing these grips. So this grip cutter from Tusk, it comes with 2 different die, one for your left side or the non-throttle side, and then a larger diameter bore for the throttle side. And so what you're going to do basically is just put on the size that is appropriate for the grip that you want to cut. You're going to insert that down into the grip, and then take a big hammer, bang on that until you go through the bottom of the grip. Of course, and when you remove that, you'll end up with a hole in the bottom of the grip. Now, these particular grips already came with holes on both ends, so I'm just using these for illustrative purposes. But the Pro Taper grips that I have on the bike now, they did not come with a hole on both ends, and I needed to cut the hole on the lateral side, the outside of each grip. So that was really easy. They worked extremely well. I think it costs, I think $20 for it. And while I only used it once, I have it now so that whenever I want to replace grips again, I'll be able to do it and do a nice clean install.